It gets pretty loud. Yeah, it's awesome fighting in Boston. When I fought Gabe Ruger the first time, I think it was like, I forget, UFC like 108 or something. They went crazy too, because like at one point I was behind him, like I picked him up and I slammed him on his head, and it was pretty loud. But it was crazy here today too. What was like really stuck out was like before, like when they just announced me, like it got loud a little bit. I raised my arm, it got even louder. I raised both my arms, it got even louder again. Like it was pretty awesome. It's great to fight at home.
Absolutely. Also, when the fight hit the ground, we know you love your submissions. Were you looking for that? Would that have made you happier, or were you just as happy winning with ground and pound?
I want whatever's going to end the fight fast. Yeah, whatever gets the ref to stop the fight, I'm 100% on board with. Like I like submissions, but I like ground and pound. I like TKOs. I like chokes. Like whatever gets the fight over without me going to the hospital, I'm a big fan of. I got in on the body lock, we're on our feet, and I started taking him down. I tried to like almost like, if you go back and watch it, I kind of jumped and I tried to land on his face with my shoulder a little bit, trying to knock him out on the takedown. And but then I landed him out, and he turned and like made like it was a good attempt, but I was ahead of him just a little bit, and I kind of forced him kind of on his belly a little bit. I had his arm stuck. And I could just hear my corner, Joe Pomfret's like my coach. He's my partner at my gym. And his big advice is always don't lose position. It's like you don't ever want, if you get in a good spot, you want to lean on people there. You don't want to like let them off. You don't want to let them off. So like don't lose position. So the entire corner just screaming, don't lose position. So I just stayed there and I started hitting him with a couple shots, and he just made it worse and worse on himself.
It's kind of a strange position, but I think you did the right thing, because if he would have turned, you would have had a rear naked choke, I imagine.
I don't know if I would have got a rear naked choke, but he was definitely stuck. He was stuck. I was on Reddit like last week, and I was watching someone post like a Ben Askren video of like he fought someone in the UFC, like some Russian, and he kind of got a similar position, and he kind of just circled around to the back and just like was torturing the guy. So when I got in the position, I'm like, oh, this is kind of like that Ben Askren thing. So I just hung there. He just kept good jiu-jitsu.
Joe, all week long, I spoke to all the fighters in New England, and I asked them the same question: what does Joe Lauzon mean to them? And every one of them couldn't praise you more. What does that mean to you to have that kind of respect from all your peers?
It's great. I try to always do things the right way. That's like a big thing my dad always, talked about. And like, sometimes it like seems like, I'm like, why are you spending so much time doing this thing that doesn't make any difference? It's something that's inconsequential. But I was like, you never know when it's going to matter, and we've kind of tried to do that like all the way since I was like started doing jiu-jitsu. I try to, I'm always trying to be friendly with everyone. I try to always help everyone out. Always, try to, help out everyone any possible way I can. I try to just, be that guy that, I'm not trying to make enemies. I'm trying to just help out everyone. And I want to see everyone do well. All of our guys, that anyone that trains with us, I want to see them do well. Like, even if they're not my guy, they train with us once in a while, whatever. I want to see them do well. Anyone in this area, I want them to do well. And I'm not looking for anything. I think a lot of times people are like, oh, like I'm going to help you out, but you're going to do something for me. And like, I don't want that. I literally want them just to do well. And by them doing well, they're gonna, I don't need to ask them to pay anything back. They're just gonna continue to help out everyone else. And I think it's just a good culture. I think it's just like a good kind of one hand washing the other. And it just, I love to help out all of our guys that can help. And I think they're trying to pay it back a little bit. It's just really good group.
You went against a guy with nowhere near the amount of experience you have, the accomplishments you have in your hometown. But earlier this week, you spoke about how many people are doubting you. You even closed at almost a 2-1 underdog. What would you say to those doubters now that you show that, man, you still got it?
I understand exactly where they're coming from. Like, I'm not like, oh, like, screw you or whatever. Like, I understand exactly what it is. I'm 35 years old. I've had a lot of fights in the UFC. Today was 27. Like, I've been doing this. I've been in the UFC since 2006. I've been around for a long time. I've had a lot of really quick fights like tonight where I've done well. I had a lot of really long fights where I did not end up so well. I ended up in the hospital and everything else. So I understand exactly what they're saying. But I don't feel old. I mean, if you saw me in the gym, like I do great. We get all kinds of guys, like I did my last sparring session with Rob Font, who's, top 7 or top 8 or something like that. One of the best in the world, doing great. I did fine. I'm a little bigger than Rob, but very good competitive rounds. Like I feel good. I don't feel old. I don't feel used up too much. But I'm realistic about the fact that, like, there's an end to this. Father time catch up to everyone. Like I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So I don't feel like I have to like throw it in their face. Like, I told you. Feels good, I guess, a little bit to have a good fight, but it doesn't matter. I'm okay with it. I understand.
Dovetailing on a couple of the just recent questions.
Yep.
Early before you got the takedown, you were sitting in the pocket, exchanging pretty heavy for a second, a couple times. You did get tagged a few times. Do you think that time off really helped maybe your chin heal a bit because you had been in some wars, the Johnson fight, for example?
So I've never really felt like I had that bad of a chin until the Clay Guida fight. I fought Clay Guida, he hit me like one time. And I think, at first I didn't know, like, it was like, oh, is this the end? He hit me and I heard, like, you always hear people hear like ringing in their ears. And I always thought it would be like a dough ring. It sounded like someone was slamming pots and pans, like as loud as they could, like right in both my ears when I fought Clay. And hit me with like a huge shot. Hit me like right behind the ear and hit me with a huge uppercut. So I was wondering, I'm like, oh, is this it? Every time I get hit, is it going to be like this? And then when I fought Gutzmacher, my last fight, he hit me a bunch of times, and honestly, I felt better about it after the fact. Like I got cut up pretty bad with a lot of elbows and a lot of little short, choppy shots. But I got tagged a few times, and I didn't go down right away. So I felt pretty good about it. I mean, I think having a little bit of time off, certainly helped. I don't think it hurt. But I never thought I had a bad chin per se. I've been hit pretty freaking hard, and I haven't gone down too much.
And on the latter side, you said you've been doing a whole lot of wearing a lot of hats, doing a lot of coaching for everybody. You're one of the OG gamers of mixed martial arts. Do you still find rooms for gaming?
I've been playing a lot of Borderlands the last month. I felt like for I don't know, like maybe like the 2 or 3 months prior, I hadn't like touched my Xbox. Like I hadn't been doing anything. But in the last month or so, just trying to just kind of relax and decompress a little bit. Like it's hard sometimes because you're so focused on like one fight or like one date. Like it's one thing. It's like you kind of need something to kind of de-stress a little bit and just get your mind off of it. Because otherwise, my mind is just racing 24/7. Like the second I wake up, I'm thinking about the fight. Until I go to bed, I'm thinking about the fight. Like so sometimes it's nice to kind of be able to just turn your brain off a little bit. But I'm playing a little Borderlands. It's been fun.
Hey Joe, I actually watched your fight with Tateki Matsuda in the stands because we wanted to make sure we felt the crowd.
Nice.
For you. Yeah,
love
it was awesome.
Tateki.
Yeah, but the kid in front of us turned around and he said, "I'm sorry, you guys. I'm standing the whole fight. I drove 1,500 miles from Missouri to see Joe Lauzon fight."
That's awesome.
What does that mean to you to have that kind of impact on people as a kid? That you said at media day that you treat every fight as if it's your last, even your first UFC fight.
It's awesome. Like we have such awesome fans. So many people are crazy. I'm really fortunate. Like, I was talking before about, all these different people that train with us on Saturdays. I get people that drive like 2-3 hours to train with us every single Saturday. Like, it's like, we have like such a good group of guys, just dedicated. They come and they train because it's just good work. I think if you're in New England, you need to be training in my gym on Saturday mornings. Like, it's just, we have all the best guys around. It could be 10, 15 UFC guys there. Like, it's awesome. But same thing with fans. I think, it's so awesome to kind of, leave an impact. Like, I wouldn't want to go and drive, that far to go and watch anything. Like, I wouldn't, so that's really cool to hear that. I didn't know someone did that. That's really cool.